Hello, it's my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the water mining kickoff meeting. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has stopped us from meeting in person, which gave everybody a lot of work, as we really aim to get to know each other and to agree the next steps in this first project meeting. And not to get bored at staring to a computer screen for 2 full days. So we had to change the agenda. But we also see the sunny side. We made a Green Deal. Together we saved over 2 tons of CO2 emissions. And that is similar to 2 years of footprint of an average EU citizen. We tried to make a format that engages us all and shows the people behind our consortium. And we thank you very much for making these efforts, so we can now show the videos of partners and of case study demonstrations we will work on for the coming 4 years. Our partner Floating Farm, a living lab in our program, kindly offered to host Dimitris, Mark and me in a studio put in front of the farm at the water. We will show you around later in the program and chat with Peter van Wingeden, the initiator of Floating Farm. From here, we switch to you at the platform internet. You can see the studio and see the partner online contributions, and after each presentation we switch to the studio again to answer questions that you can put in by the chat function. And in between you can see the videos with partner presentations. We also incorporated breaks in the program to allow you to grab some coffee or something to eat. The full meeting will be closed to consortium partners and be recorded. Later we can decide to place fragments on the water mining website, but only upon your agreement. And we also thank TRIM for their professional support in organizing this event. I will now go through the program. We start with a general project overview by Dimitris. After his presentation, we switch to the studio to answer your questions. And after this, we show some partner videos. Then we continue with a keynote by our scientific manager, Professor Mark van Loosdrecht, and then back to the studio. Followed by partner highlights and the presentation on the expectations of the European Commission by our project officer, Violeta Kuzmikati, through the online connection. From the studio, we will share the questions and answers. And after some partner highlights and leg stretching or coffee taking, Dimitris will round this part off by discussing from the studio the overall project structure and timelines. After this, Professor Louis Lemkov and Gonzalo Gamboa of Barcelona Universitat Autonoma will present Work Package 2, followed by interaction led from the studio. Just before lunch, we will show the first case study movies. Lunch is planned for 1 hour, and during that time you can also see the partner highlight movies that you may have missed. After lunch, Dimitris Zelgenos and Yumei Lim of TU Delft will present Work Package 3 and 4, each followed by interaction through the studio. After some partner highlights again, we have our first breakout session. In room 1, Work Package 3 will interact with representatives of all the other work packages, and in room 2, Work Package 4 will do the same. You will switch to the breakout of your choice and be hosted by one of our assistants. After 40 minutes, the chair of the session will give plenary feedback. This is followed by more case studies videos and a presentation of Work Package 5 and 7 by Carlos Ramos of Eurecat and Christos Makropoulos of KWR, with interaction in between. After some partner highlights again, we go to the second breakout, now with Work Package 5 to discuss with representatives of other work packages in room 1 and Work Package 7 in room 2. After plenary feedback by the chairs hosted from the studio, we will close the first day, hopefully around about 4:30 Amsterdam time. The next day we start with a short reflection on the first day before our keynote, Paul O'Gallaghan from BlueTech Research. After partner highlights and case study movies, we continue with presentation of Work Package 6 and 8 by Ellen Tuinman of Hexion and Evina Katsu of Brunel University. Coffee breaking and leg stretching with partner videos, and then we will listen to Maria Loisidou of Selau and Jamit Naftali of the Jerusalem Institute for Israeli Studies on Work Package 9 and 10. After the interactive chat, we go to to see the cows at Floating Farm and speak with Peter van Wingerden. Before lunch, Nicole Heine of Degema will discuss Work Package 11 on communication and dissemination. And fresh after lunch, Dunja Swierstra of Delft University will lead us through the financial rules and reporting, after which we will discuss all administrative matters and innovation with Dimitris. From the studio, we wrap up with a general discussion, where you can put all the questions and suggestions that you had not yet made. We aim to make some final agreements on next steps and close at around 2:30 Amsterdam time. We hope you will enjoy our meeting. And for now, take a good chair and relax and enjoy the show. Here we go.